once again, we want to welcome you guys on board. Nous sommes dans une édition spéciale today. Nous avons une surprise pour vous. Notre invitée nous vient de très très loin, il faut le dire. Elle vient de la Caroline du Sud. On lui dit en anglais South Carolina. To joining us here, we're going to be live with her. It's Hope Diallo. You get to know more about Hope Diallo in the next minute. I'll be your host today once again. I'm Diallo Sanusi Galis Jr. We want to thank you for joining us. It's currently 3:15 p.m. here in Guinea-Conakry and about 91 degrees Fahrenheit. And our special guest here today, I'm going to go ahead and introduce her. She's from South Carolina. More specifically, she's from Richland in South Carolina. People usually call it South K. And she's Hope Diallo. She's a founder of Gifting Brighter Smile, which is a non-for-profit organization. But she also had the opportunities to volunteer for Mercership. And as you guys know, South Carolina is a state bordered by of the Atlantic Ocean. But also, South Carolina is the 8th state that ratified the Constitution back in 1788. Let's go back and introduce our guest of the day, Hope Diallo.
Hello,
Good afternoon,
my
Hope.
Guinean people.
How you doing this evening?
I'm fine, and you?
Very good. I'm well as well. So tell us, Hope, you travel miles and miles to be here in Guinea. What brought you here in Guinea-Conakry?
My husband of 10 years is from Guinea-Conakry.
Okay.
So I've been back and forth 3 times now, visiting and getting to know the country.
Oh wow, 3 times already.
3 times already.
That's amazing. The first time you came in Guinea, how was it like?
The first time here in Guinea, it reminded me of home where I'm originally from, South Carolina.
Oh, so you saying that the first time you came in Guinea reminds you of South K?
Yes. The culture, the food from when I was growing up, everything is homegrown, so
Okay.
everything is more organic. And growing up, when I was younger, we had to grow our own food. So, we ate okra, which you call gumbo. The food is so fresh, the eggs are fresh. Field chicken.
Oh wow.
You kill your
So it looks
field
like there's
chicken.
a lot of similarity
It's
here.
a lot of similarity here, yes.
I remember your husband, who's a good friend of mine, and I want to say hi to Mamadou Saliou Diallo, Lando, if he's listening to us, and the whole family. I wanna say hi to them. Otherwise, give shout out to them, right?
I will.
That's all we do. You and I and your husband, we had the opportunity to travel in South K. I believe that was in 2016, sometimes 2015 or 16.
Yes.
Right. And myself, when I traveled my first time in South K, I had the same impression. That similarity between Africa and South Carolina. Now, in terms of the weather, how would you describe the weather?
We see 4 seasons.
Okay.
Winter not as brutal, but
Okay.
we do have a winter where it get as cold as 40s at night, and as hot as, let's say, 105 in the summer. So we do see all 4 seasons.
Okay. So it looks like weather-wise, there's also a lot of similarity between the two cities. Maybe we don't get snow here in Guinea. Il ne neige pas à Conakry, bien sûr, mais il y a un grand contraste entre l'État de la Caroline du Sud et la Guinée, comme l'a si bien décrit notre invité de ce soir, Hope Diallo, qui est marié à un Guinéen ici, qui est là actuellement à Conakry. Il fait bien sûr des va-et-vient. Elle nous décrit un peu le contraste qui existe entre la Caroline du Sud et Conakry, plus précisément la ville de Conakry. D'abord côté nourriture, elle décrit que les nourritures sont plutôt organiques, et puis un autre de ça, le climat aussi qui est très très identique. So Hope, you had the opportunity to work with Mercership. All right, vous avez eu l'opportunité de travailler avec Mercership. So your coming in Guinea is not just about visiting family, but you also travel to come and support, to help.
Yes.
Wow, that has to be a lot of determination.
Yes.
where that motivation is coming from. Like I'm so inspired by you, not because you're not Guinean. You know, you could stay in South K and not worry about what's going on in Guinea here, live with your family, everything is good. But you decide to come to visit your husband's family here. But more than that, you decide to get involved.
Yes. When me and my husband first started dating, he told me from the beginning he would like to move back home. If the opportunity come and he get a job here, he would move back home. And I was fine with that. And the time has came and he told me, you know, an opportunity came up. So he moved here. Second time around coming here, I brought the kids with me, and I was on Facebook and I noticed a girl post something about the Mercy Ship needing help for a dental hygienist, which I am. I'm a dental hygienist. So I saw that as a good opportunity. I was coming this way to bring the kids to visit, and I also can turn that visit into helping out, do a mission here with the Mercy Ship. So I applied for the position and see if they can work around me, since I have my mother-in-law living here. Ask, can I stay with her instead of staying on the ship? And they agreed, and they let me come. And for 2 weeks, I've worked with the mission ship, providing free dental cleaning to the Guinean people.
And we cannot applaud the effort the Mercy Ship is doing currently in Guinea. I'm sure the process is still going on, right?
Yes, they're here until June.
Okay. So can you please describe to us, to our listener, what was it like being on board a Mercy Ship?
It was my very first mission trip, and the experience it was rewarding for me and rewarding for the people, but overall it's sad because of the healthcare system the people don't have access to. Just the condition these people oral health are in it's sad. But the Mercy Ship, the volunteers, the doctors, they spend their own money to be here. I can't describe it. It's I don't know how to describe it.
I understand. I feel you. Like the kind of state those people come to the hospital, their health is so in jeopardy. As we all know, the Guinean education is, not education. We talked about a lot of education here. That's why I'm pronouncing education. But the Guinean health system is not that developed. You know, we are lacking a lot of materials. You know, and Mercy Ship being present here can only support those people, and especially they are getting free healthcare.
Yes.
They are getting free healthcare. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here on the 90.7 Évasion FM, la 90.7. Nous sommes avec notre invité Hope Diallo, qui nous vient de la ville de la Caroline du Sud, qui est à des milliers de kilomètres d'ici, de Conakry, mais elle est là pour visiter la famille de son mari. Elle est mariée à un Guinéen, Mamadou Saliou Diallo, Lendo. Elle est ici pour visiter sa famille, mais elle a eu aussi l'opportunité, elle a pris le temps de s'engager pour assister les gens pour assister les démunis. Elle a eu l'opportunité d'être une volontaire pour Mercy Ship, un bateau qui est là pour assister ceux qui ont besoin de santé. C'est dans ce cadre qu'elle est là. Mais aussi, elle est fondatrice d'une organisation, d'une NGO, qui aussi assiste bien sûr des personnes démunies, qui s'appelle Gift and Brighter Smile. We're gonna take a minute break et on sera de retour avec Hope Diallo dans quelques secondes. Going Home Initiative, retour au pays, un engagement productif, une initiative de développement durable. Diaspora guinéenne, force motrice de croissance économique, facteur de développement durable. Going Home Initiative, Going Home Show, Going Home Insolite, 3 rubriques, une thématique avec un amont, Going Home News qui nous conduit dans l'univers melting pot de la diaspora guinéenne disséminée à travers le monde. 65 millions de dollars, c'est le montant des fonds que la diaspora africaine aurait transféré dans leur pays d'origine en 2017 selon un rapport du African Institute for Remittance.
La Banque mondiale estime qu'en 2016, ces transferts de fonds vers l'Afrique subsaharienne ont représenté 33 milliards de dollars. Selon une estimation du ministère des Affaires étrangères, entre 2003 et 2006, les Guinéens de l'étranger ont transféré vers notre pays une coquette somme d'environ 280 millions d'euros. Potentiel financier largement au-dessus de l'aide publique au développement que les pays avancés octroient à l'Afrique. Gone Home Show, Gone Home Initiative, une émission Évasion à suivre tous les lundis et mercredis de 15h à 16h sur la 90.7 Évasion FM. Gone Home Initiative. Retour au pays, un engagement productif, une initiative de développement durable.
We are live here on the Go Home Talk Show with our special guest Hope Diallo. She's a founder of Gift and Brighter Smile, but also a volunteer on the Mercy Ship, and of course a mother married to a Guinean, Mamadou Saliou Diallo. We want to thank you, Hope, for being here. She's from South Carolina. Elle vient de la Caroline du Sud, qui est localisée à des milliers de kilomètres. Mais c'est pour juste vous dire combien de fois il y a des personnes dans ce monde qui sont prêtes à avoir des impacts positifs, pas seulement aux États-Unis. Elle est née aux États-Unis, grandie là-bas, mais elle est actuellement en Guinée dans le cadre de visiter la famille de son mari, mais aussi s'engager, supporter les gens qui sont dans des états très très critiques. Raison pour laquelle le bateau de Mercy Ship est ici. Elle est volontaire avec cette initiative de Mercy Ship, mais elle est aussi fondatrice de la fondation Gift and a Brighter Smile. Et comme vous le savez, Hope, let's get back to our conversation here. Let's talk about South Carolina. That's why I had to surprise you with this country song. That's why I play it. So you were saying that your uncle, right?
My brother-in-law.
Tell us about your family a little bit.
I grew up with a single mom and two sisters, an older brother and a younger brother. We are pretty close. They're all back in South Carolina with the exception of a sister who is in Washington, D.C. We didn't have much, but we had each other and we love each other.
I had the opportunity to meet your family and spend time with them when we travel to South K back, I believe, 2015, 2016, sometimes around. I'm sure Linda remember that. I had a chance to meet them. They are so genius, and like you mentioned, seeing you guys together, there's a bond. There's a bond between y'all. Such a great family. But you know who's my favorite though? You know who's my favorite? Bubba. Oh my God, he's my favorite one. He's so energetic, so outgoing. Where do you get the energy?
I have no clue where Bubba get his energy from. He keep the crowd laughing.
Yeah, he does, and I think he's a superstar of the family. He's a star of the family. As soon as you meet him, that's it.
Yeah, he's a character.
Right, and also Devon. Devon and I, we connected through music.
Yes.
We had a chance. We spent. I remember when he came back to Maryland, we spent times and times doing music, producing. Actually, he's the one who really showed me how to do some trap beat. Actually, because I wasn't used to track beat. We spent a night, playing some track beat. Unfortunately, your mother passes away. A woman I had a chance to meet, so generous. I remember when we visit South Carolina, early in the morning, she was up looking for breakfast for us. I'll never forget that. Tell us about your mother. I know you miss her somehow, and tell us about her. Let's remember her a little bit. I want to take this opportunity to really thank her for everything she done for us during our stay there.
Thank you. My mom, who also was another character, that's where Bubba probably got it from.
There you go. I was wondering.
She was a character. She was a strong woman, and she had to be a strong woman because she was single with 5 kids down south. So she had to provide for us. So she definitely was a strong woman. She was a caring woman. She did care for you. And she passed away in 2015, right before my first was born.
Right.
She passed away from lung cancer, but she was a survivor of breast cancer. So she had cancer twice.
Right.
But unfortunately, the lung cancer took over.
Right. So now you have a family. You have a beautiful kids. Every time I travel to Washington, where I had the opportunity to stay with you guys, They are so adorable.
Thank you.
They are so adorable. Adiatou and Bilal. I think it's the it's the cutest one. Bilal is the cutest one. You know, nobody was expecting that there will be a boy coming taking over Ethan. All right, but Bilal definitely is the cutest one.
Oh, thank you.
Right. How they doing?
They're doing good. They're here in Guinea.
Oh, they're here in Guinea.
Yep. All three started school and they're doing exceptionally well.
Wow, look at that. What language they're speaking right now? French, Fulani?
They're speaking, obviously English.
English, okay.
And they are talking in Fulani a little,
Oh,
and
look
they
at that.
understand French.
Right. And one of their favorite words, it's bobo.
Bobo.
Yeah, they like their word, bobo, which means baby. Right. Right, so
Also
look,
call the oldest one Bobo.
the oldest one, Bobo, right, which is Adiatou. Right,
yes.
exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here on the Evasion FM, the 90.7 on the Going Home Talk Show, live with our special guest of the day, Hope Diallo, all the way from South K. She's here to visit family, her husband-in-law family, of course, but she's also founder of a non-for-profit organization, Gift and Bright Smile, and she's also is a volunteer of Mercyship. Mercyship, who's doing a remarkable job here in Guinea, taking care of people's health free. What amazing project, what amazing initiative. It is currently 3:33. We're going to take a minute break and we'll be right back in a moment.
Going Home Initiative, retour au pays, un engagement productif, une initiative de développement durable. Diaspora guinéenne, force motrice de croissance économique, facteur de développement durable. Going Home Initiative, Going Home Show, Going Home Insolite. 3 rubriques, une thématique avec un amont, Going Home News qui nous conduit dans l'univers melting pot de la diaspora guinéenne disséminée à travers le monde. 65 millions de dollars, c'est le montant des fonds que la diaspora africaine aurait transféré dans leur pays d'origine en 2017 selon un rapport du African Institute for Remittance. La Banque mondiale estime qu'en 2016, ces transferts de fonds vers l'Afrique subsaharienne ont représenté 33 milliards de dollars. Selon une estimation du ministère des Affaires étrangères, entre 2003 et 2006, les Guinéens de l'étranger ont transféré vers notre pays une coquette somme d'environ 280 millions d'euros. Potentiel financier largement au-dessus de l'aide publique au développement que les pays avancés octroient à l'Afrique. Going Home Show, Going Home Initiative, une émission Évasion à suivre tous les lundis et mercredis de 15h à 16h sur la 90.7 Évasion FM. Going Home Initiative, retour au pays, un engagement productif, une initiative de développement durable.